Hello there. Guess what? I'm back, and it's been a very long time since my last video. I took a long break from Airsoft, but I'm glad to be playing again. I wanted to share some highlights from an event I recently attended called Operation Armoured Fury 3, or OPAF. This event was produced by Special Effects Limited and hosted at my home field here in Taranaki, New Zealand. OPAF3 was a skirmish-based game with some very cool features, like tanks, pyrotechnics, and even a helicopter. Yep, this was something very different from a typical day of Airsoft. During the event, tanks patrolled the field. For safety reasons, you stayed out of the way. All through the event, you would hear blank firing devices. This AA gun was a highlight as players could climb up, jump in the seat, and take shots. The AA gun, BOSS units, and IEDs were provided by RDX Technologies. These devices added to the whole event. You could hear them all over the field. One of the holy grails of Airsoft is having a helicopter in game. We're very fortunate to have this little bird helicopter which could drop off 3 Airsoft players, because you needed to have a pilot in the 4th seat, to certain sites on the field. As you can see, this helicopter was flying pretty low, and we used smoke grenades to try and mark an area where the helicopter would land. To get a helicopter ride, you had to be a special ticket holder. Paid a little bit more, but the experience was awesome. The event organisers spent a lot of time focusing on safety to make sure everyone had a great experience but didn't get hurt. They stopped the whole event so that everybody could attend a safety briefing run by the pilot. Those that paid for a helicopter ride got additional safety training. The key takeaway was, don't walk behind a helicopter. You can see here one of the game admins is making sure that everyone comes off and goes out in a safe direction. Once everyone had settled down and stopped, the chat was quite interesting. Some of us had an amazing time enjoying the ride. Myself tried to keep my eyes open to experience it, but it was definitely a hair-raising one. Some of the guys came out shaking from the excitement. But if you ever get a chance to go in a helicopter for Airsoft, do it. It's awesome. The final set piece of OPAF3 was a simulated tank battle between this M3 Stuart and a Scorpion tank. Pyrotechnics were used, as well as blank firing devices off the tanks, to make this battle feel more immersive. There were no players running around fighting as such, just lobbing BBs from a distance. Those players that carried on seemed to be having a lot of fun. At this point, I was hiding under the bridge to try and get some footage and avoid getting shot every 2 seconds, but the BBs were still raining down all around me. The tanks would move to certain spaces, and then fire, move, and engage again. Tanks are a reoccurring feature at OPAF. These 2 tanks I think have been there for at least the last 2 events. They're definitely a fan favourite, and hiding in the bushes as one comes past you doing patrol is an experience and a half.
Stuart, what are you doing? You don't put your side to a tank?
Took a lot of effort to coordinate this battle, with a lot of people involved. Most of the airsofters that were near me were doing what I was doing, filming rather than participating. But a few diehards were having a blast, running backwards and forwards, trying to send BBs 100 metres in the air to each other. This final shot may look a little bit off, and it was from my angle, but I'm sure from others it looked spot on. It was very cool to see these tanks out and about, and was truly an awesome way to end an Airsoft event. For me, the best thing about this type of event is getting to hang out with my friends, the old ones and the new ones. It's the main motivation for getting out and attending these events. Follow me and my team, the Beeb Magnets, on Facebook and Instagram. Find out more about Taranaki Airsoft Rangers, my home club. I'm proud to be sponsored by Special Effects Retail. If you enjoyed my content, please like, subscribe and get notified.